I was watching some of your content, Caleb, and this guy Daniel Larson.
Yeah.
I'm transfixed with this guy now. He's a dude who like has SpongeBob teeth, like only the 2 front teeth, and he seems to have he went down the popular TikTok guy to pedophile rabbit hole, I guess, in record speed. A well-worn path. Yeah. What's the deal with this guy now? Is he locked up? Is he taken care of?
I believe he's still I think he's in custody. I don't know if he's going to be sentenced. So he's in jail now for, he's on his way to prison, I believe, for making threats against the White House. That he was going to build a bomb, and he was just, said some very unsavory things about the United States government repeatedly over like a year. And then they finally nabbed him up. And yeah, he's like a really fucked up childhood, super traumatic childhood into TikTok fame, and like probably schizophrenic, some kind of terrible disorder. And people are like, you are the president. And he's like, I'm the president. And he's like, you are. Yeah. And he's like, what is your royalty? Like, exactly. Like that people convinced him of stuff for years. And there's all these different arcs. And now he's in jail or prison for probably a long period of time. Also a pedophile. But like, yeah.
That's not why he's in prison?
No. The pedophile stuff's just kind of like extra.
Yeah, icing on the cake.
I'm super curious. Did he threaten the White House and the president as a partisan or just sort of anti-establishment in general?
Like Ted K, I think. Like really just kind of, but like Ted K, but if Ted K... Yeah.
If Ted K struggled to do basic math. Like,
right, yes.
Being a mathematician.
If instead of living in the woods, if Ted K on TikTok Live put a toothbrush in his ass, basically.
Yeah. You slow sold it in a way that made me laugh. I was watching while you were working, or while I was working out, and the pedophile part hadn't come up yet. And you showed a clip of him being like, yes, and he has only his 2 front teeth. Only his 2 front.
Like a cartoon bunny
literally
rabbit?
SpongeBob kind of teeth.
Oh shit.
And he was like, I looked at the girls and I masturbated to them. And I'm like, what is this big confession? Like he masturbated to girls. Like that's what straight guys tend to masturbate to.
Oh,
and then
shit.
the next clip was like, the girls he's talking about are in, Children's America's Next Top Model or something like that. And they're
on
like
Pinterest.
Yeah. And he's
on Pinterest, bro.
Like 10 or 11 on Pinterest. Yeah.
Where do you watch that show?
The show is like them doing like America Next Top Model or
where do I find this show?
Where is it streaming? Inquiring minds need to know.
I don't know. Well,
Pinterest,
Daniel,
bro.
Text him. Yeah,
it's on Pinterest.
That's where the pedophiles are.
Yeah, and so then and he admitted it right on his stream, which tells me that like there seems to be like a chasm in the world of pedophiles where like they're either very clever or they're absolute retards. And this guy's in the retard camp of pedophiles, where he just was like, you know what? I'll just cop to it and this will all blow over. And no, it did not.
Can I say, I think sometimes when you see the people online, not just the Chris Hansons, but the myriad of amateurs, if you even call Chris a pro, who've come afterwards, they want to get someone. And I think they'll go after lonely, low IQ. And I don't mean that as an insult, but like if you tested these people, you'd be like, oh shit. And you have a job and everything?
Dude. Yeah, they could have joined the army. Your like investigative journalism, I'll call it. You've done, Caleb, on your channel. What's the most like fucked up person or tale you've studied? Anything that kept you awake at night?
First off, I definitely wouldn't call it investigative journalism. I would say the most bizarre one, though, the biggest, strangest one was probably Daniel Larson, because I made a video about it like 2 years ago or a while ago, and it was kind of not. It was just like a lot of people were like, "You're just making fun of a guy who's got mental illness," and now he's in jail and is a pedophile. So it's like I can do that, right? Yeah. And so I would say Daniel, though, because it's a really long story that I've kept up with, and I've watched him just be literally manipulated by the internet and go to jail. I would say because of the internet, like I don't think he's at fault really when it comes down to it. Like obviously, it's past the point of no return. Throw him away. Like he's not going to be a functioning member of society. But I think that the internet 100% had something to do with it, or everything to do with it. And I think that's fucked up.
Yeah, not everyone should have. Not everyone should be online.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of people should. Probably the majority of people shouldn't. Like, it's a dangerous, poisonous place.
Yeah.
I would say fine until we started talking to each other. Then it got all fucked up. Like when they let us have a voice, that's when shit got messed up. When it was just like downloading instructions for your hard drive to how to install it, everything was fine.
Everything was fine.
When you just wanted to know the weather, the news, whatever, the internet was fine. And then we started talking to each other, and now it's a mess of misinformation and lies and tricks.
It's like those memes where it's like someone who I think it's like an old 4chan post where it's like, in 1980, some dude's like, I want to fuck toasters. And they're like, you're retarded. Don't fuck a toaster. You're going to ruin your life. And then like do that in 2024. And it's like, I want to fuck toasters. Oh, there's a whole Reddit called toaster fucking. And a bunch of people who are already halfway down this despair hole will encourage you down it as well. It's like, there's no breaks for some of this stuff. Pretty scary, which is definitely a problem. Like, you get more of these like weird maladaptive behaviors when you facilitate entire communities around that. Like furries, for example. Like, you wouldn't have conventions of those people if they just would have been bullied out of it early and often. But now they go to their little spaces and they hang out in their stinky, sweaty mascot uniforms and they take over parks. I haven't actually seen them take over a park, but I've seen pictures of their conventions online, which is a bad thing for me.
I like furries. They seem like nice people, right?
I have no idea. I just picked them because they're an
I
easy
just
group.
Imagine furries to be a really loving, fun-having group. They're not much different than like Star Wars fans or something.
For sure. That's how. Yeah, there's a lot of. I've done a good bit of research on furries as well, and they're pretty nice. I know a lot of them. And I took like a very middle ground approach in spite of me wanting to just relentlessly bully them, just because they're different. And they were very appreciative of me doing that, and they showed how nice they were to me and invited me in their circles. And someone sent me a furry mask and stuff.
So you got yeah.
Oh damn.
No, no, unfortunately, it was not worth it.
Do you still have the mask?
I do not. I sent it back.
Oh,
that's a smart move. Yeah. You're furry adjacent, but not one of them.
I'd say I'm furry adjacent. I do have friends that are furries, that are known furries, but I relentlessly bully them though. Still, I'm not like a defender of furries, but I will admit that they are good people.
You know what's funny? The only furry for real I've ever talked to and met is the guy from the Hangout who hasn't been there in a while.
Yeah.
And he's cool as shit. Just a good dude. I like him. It's like 100% of my actual furry interactions have been with a guy that I like.
I remember he had a furry convention coming up, so he got like a little extra lean and fit. I guess he likes to bottom and be, just a lightweight sex toy.
He just likes to be gay, and we say go for it. Take lock and load.
Yeah,
like take lock and load. Absolutely ruin your friend's squirrel outfit with your big loads.
I want to be a furry defender. I imagine myself with a shield, but it's big and blue like the guy from Monsters Inc. Like with the fur.
Sully.
Sully. Yeah, thank you.
What a good movie that was.
That's what a furry defender would have.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. was great.